Okay, Assalamualaikum and very good day to all the delegates of ICBMTE 2020. Okay, I'm going to present the paper entitled Correlational Analysis to analyze the factors of technological infrastructure and digital literacy against involvement of rural Muslim SMEs in e-commerce during pandemic COVID-19. Case study of Perlis, Malaysia. Okay, I myself is Muhammad Zaki bin Shabuddin, and we are the researchers team from the College University Islam Perlis. Okay, introduction. Okay, during the pandemic, we can see a lot of people going for online shopping, and it shows the remarkable growth where millions or billions of consumers around the world looking for products, services, and entertainment from the internet. E-commerce not only involves the selling and buying online, but comprises every part of business transaction must be carried out over the internet and its related technology. Okay, factors such as telecommunication infrastructure, high-speed internet access, the mobile devices ownership, and digital literacy might contribute to the e-commerce acceptance or e-commerce growth here. Okay, and these are conducted by a lot of researchers before, but are these factors are associated, can be what we call it, is it proven in to be associated to the involvement of Muslims SMEs here, especially in the rural area. So the factors such as the technology infrastructure, the digital literacy would be the focus of this study to what you call it to gain the analysis, the insight whether this factor is significant to the involvement of Muslims SMEs in e-commerce, especially during the period of COVID-19. So this would be the focus of our research. Okay, this is the correlational theoretical framework where we are going to find whether the variables of technological infrastructure and digital literacy will affect the involvement of e-commerce among the Muslims SMEs in the state of Perlis. And the technological infrastructure and digital literacy would become the independent variables, and of course involvement of e-commerce would be the dependent variable here. Then there are other factors which would become the moderating variables, especially on the profiling of the demographics such as the business type, business sector, business market, years of operation of the business, and is it there any application that e-commerce application that been already used by the current business. So this would be the moderating variables. Okay, and we opt for the correlational analysis method for our study here. So this is the steps involved in the correlational analysis method. We adapt from the Newman's correlational analysis method, which is a non-experimental study to measure variables and to recognize and assess the statistical relationship between two or more variables. So these are the, before we conduct the questionnaire. So the questionnaire are distributed to all the SMEs throughout the state of Perlis that consists 4 categories within one single questionnaire. First, it contains the demographics. We come up with the nominal questions asking for respondents' genders, location of business, business sector involved, age of business, and usage of e-commerce applications. And then the second category about how the business impact with the current COVID-19 situation. And we come up with the ordinary queries to understand how much COVID-19 affecting the business in terms of their incomes, their operations, and customers turnover. And then the next category of the group of question involve the first independent variable that we are going to study, to evaluate, to analyze, which is the infrastructure and IT communication, IT infrastructure and communication. We come up with a 30 ordinal close-ended queries, which is inspired from technological infrastructure dimensions by Tapscott and Keston in 1993. And the last category of the questionnaire, more on the digital literacy, we come up with 20 ordinal close-ended questions adapted from seven domains of digital literacy model SDDL by Kurtz and Perlis. Okay, this is the outcome from the questionnaire. We received roughly around 50 response from throughout the Perlis, and out of 50, 40 response, unfortunately 10 response out of 50 cannot be used for analysis to be performed. So we only work out with the 40 responses. So in general, out of all the responses received, we can see 35% responses coming from the SMEs, which is located at the Kanga, which is the most urban area within the state of Perlis, followed by the Arau, which is 17%. Arau itself is the second biggest town in Perlis, and with the others, parts, Kuala Perlis 19%, Padang Besar 5%, Chuping 30%. And then the type of business, 78% responses coming from the sole proprietorship of business, and 7% private limited, and then the partnership 15%, with a majority coming from the foods and beverages business sector, followed by the clothing, including the bundle store and tailoring, everything. And then out of 40, 14 business is in the age of below 1 year. That means they just exist within the period of COVID itself. And then 1 to 3 years, 6 business, 3 to 5 years, 8 business, and then there are 12 businesses already running for more than 5 years. And through the questionnaire also, it is found out that most of the business already been using at least one application of e-commerce or IT applications. Mostly they are using the WhatsApp and the social media for business purposes. WhatsApp maybe for advertising, for contact the customers and everything. Social media for marketing, everything. And of course, for payment, they are using the internet banking, which is all these WhatsApp, social media, internet banking considered as a part of the e-commerce application. Okay, this is about the more on the statistical, statistical analysis conducted from the responses. Okay, the first one on the results of reliability test from Back Alpha. So it is this table, the first table, used to demonstrate the test and skill that been constructed closely related as a group. So it showed the summarization of reliability of dependent variables here dependent variables is the involvement of e-commerce, and then an independent variable, which is technological infrastructure and digital literacy. So both are gaining the value of more than 0.7, which is 0.893 and 0.915, which shows the high reliability of dependent variable towards to independent variables. Okay, and then the next one is the normality test. It shows the collected data satisfy the normality test with significant value greater than 0.01 significance level. Okay, and then this is the coefficient linear equation. So here it shows that technological infrastructure is statistically significant predictor of involvement of Muslim SMEs with significance value of 0.01. Okay, this is the name. That means for every 1 unit increase of technological infrastructure, there is a predicted increase of 0.413 the involvement of SMEs in e-commerce. And then years of operation also become significant predictor of involvement of Muslim SMEs with significant value of 0.02. And then in spite of this, other moderators, which is type of business, business sector, business market, application used, and digital literacy are not significantly predictors in the model, as the significance value is greater than 0.01. Okay, I think for better understanding, you have to refer to our paper on the outcomes of statistical analysis here. But all in all, I can conclude that from our research, we can say that technological infrastructure is significantly contribute to involvement in e-commerce among Muslim SMEs in the state of Perlis. The result of technological infrastructure here has strong linear correlation towards the involvement in e-commerce. And then the other factor, which is the digital literacy, however, has moderate positive linear correlation to the involvement of e-commerce. This is the predictor is not strong enough to affect the whole model of e-commerce involvement. This is might be due to the factors of low sample size that we gained. We only able to collect up to 40 respondents only. We expect for more. The years of operation from demographic profile somehow has an important role in determining Muslim SMEs involvement in e-commerce. This is due to majority of the businesses are established. That means, as shown before, we can see most of the business which is coming from food and beverages sector, they are established within the period of 1 year. That means they are established after the pandemic has taken place, within the period of pandemic itself, where it's been declared in the country, and that's why mostly the business are already opted for minimal e-commerce applications in conducting their operations. That's why they are using the WhatsApp, the social medias, everything for the purpose of marketing, for the purpose of communicating with their customers, and of course the online banking as well for monetary transactions. So last but not least, it is recommended for more devoted efforts in distributing the questionnaire to the whole sectors of business. That means in the future we might use the concept of this study not focusing on the SMEs, but we might go for other sectors of business, maybe big companies, etc. And it is also recommended for the sample size to be expanded to other states. That means not within the state of Perlis only. Maybe we can go for any other states that have the significant numbers of rural business owners for getting more insight on the subjects that going to be researched on the factors of technological infrastructure and digital literacy. Is it important to to give a direction on the acceptance of e-commerce among businesses, especially Muslims owned companies? So with that, I thank you.